Hey, Rumble World Entertainment, and we have some Ghostbusters news. Not just the animated series that's getting done at Netflix, but new movies. Yep, apparently they are beginning work on new movies. So we're going to have a look at this article that goes over this. So, it says, in a new interview with the Ghostbusters Frozen Empire director Gil Kenan confirmed that more Ghostbusters films are being worked on. While promoting Saturday Night, which he co-wrote alongside filmmaker partner Ghostbusters Afterlife director Jason Reitman, Kenan would touch on an array of different projects in development, including Ghostbusters' return to the big screen, stating, "The answer is yes," adding that both he and Reitman take the responsibility and the joy of being the keepers of the flame of Ghostbusters very seriously. We definitely are continuing the conversation of telling big Ghostbuster stories on the big screen. And stay tuned, there'll be more. There'll be more about that later. So, Kenan would also touch on the upcoming Netflix series, which officially received the green light this past summer, being classified as kids programming, with Mystery Science Theater 3000's head writer Elliot Kalan serving as series writer, showrunner and executive producer. So he said, "And I've spoken recently about the fact that we are in a very active development on our animated series that we're producing with Netflix. That is something that I'm actively involved with. Jason, on a day-to-day basis right now, we are really excited about the stories that are starting to be told there and the way that it interacts with the Ghostbusters stories that you and I love is going to be thrilling for our audience." So it continues anyway, saying, while further details about the highly anticipated Netflix series remains under wraps, Reitman previously revealed that it would navigate an unexplored era and decade of Ghostbusters canon, and given Kenan's comments, will be interwoven with the stories that fans know and love. As both Jason and Gil are doing press for the premiere of Saturday Night, hitting theatres nationwide this weekend, we'll be sure to report on additional information about the future Ghostbusters projects. So that is what the article is saying. So they are saying that they are absolutely working on more, not movies. Now, of course, they have discussed previously that they don't want to just continue the main series line, which, of course, is now the Afterlife cast with interactions with the original cast, but they want to do spin-offs, like the original thought with Frozen Empire, because it was getting filmed in London, was, oh, are they actually going to take the Ghostbusters out of New York, put them in London, and start up the whole Ghostbusters International? Well, that didn't come to be the case, but they're still possibly looking at that. And, it's right to be made into a franchise like that, to where you could have different areas. Now, a lot of people hated Frozen Empire. A lot of the critics and even other YouTubers and stuff, a lot of people seem to dislike it. I enjoyed it. I don't think it was as strong as Frozen or as Afterlife, which I know a lot of people had issues with, but I don't think everyone is expecting the original cast to constantly be coming back and be there throughout the entire movie. And I think that's where people are kind of going, it's not working without them. Of course it can work without them. We saw how you could bring back Venkman without him having to be actually in the gear in Frozen Empire, where he could just be working in the lab or something, actually being a doctor and stuff. Ray and Winston are the ones you more kind of would want to be around a lot more. I'm definitely interested in seeing more from Ghostbusters. And the fact that Jason Reitman still very much is involved in stuff, that's great. The fact that the son of the guy who started the thing with Dan Aykroyd and stuff is still very much involved. Yeah, I think that is good news. I just think they have to play it carefully how they do it. Don't try and maneuver into, oh, yous are going to love because the original cast are back full in this one. You can very much focus on the newer characters and, again, have Ray and have Winston in there. You really, at this stage, you don't really need Venkman, so don't be holding everything up for Bill Murray to be coming back all the time. So let's see what comes of this, and let's see what happens with this series. You know, a lot of people thought the Terminator franchise was done and dusted, that there was no more ways you could tell that story, and then Terminator Zero, of course, dropped and got quite a good reaction from people. So let's see what this animated thing does on Netflix, and then let's see what the feeling is towards more movies. It's going to be interesting, but we'll wait and see what comes about. So with that, I shall leave it there for this one. So like, share, subscribe, you know the drill. Cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.